Boy, oh boy. I'll see if I can still figure out how to run this camera. All right, another morning, another beautiful morning. I have not been filming. I'm here at the wood yard. Just showed up here, it was day after Christmas, and I've got about a full load of wood here that I've been cutting. And yeah, you guys missed out on it, but busy trying to cram in as much work as I can in the limited daylight and limited time, free time I have. So just thought I'd shoot a little bit this morning and see if we have time, maybe film a little today. But here's the pile. You see we've had some icy conditions and made kind of a mess. Now it's all kind of freezing up, but boy, it is quite a mess. The camera looks like it's tweaking out a little bit. Cold weather probably isn't great for it, but hopefully it'll stay. Yeah, that's a pretty good load of wood. 2 days worth of work. Everything has been running good. I had to take the grapple home and weld it again, but I did a nice fix on it this time. I think it's gonna work pretty well. Been working it. The other day I used it. I welded up a wing frame for that pin and that pivot thing. So yeah, it's been working a lot better. We had a massive windstorm. We had wind blowing, gusts around 50 miles an hour, and it's gonna be a little breezy today, but not nearly what it was. But yeah, we had some trees blow down. I was hoping I left enough shelter and wood that they would stay, but had a few. I got a spruce straight by the landing that broke off. There's one down there that broke off in the trail, and there's a couple right over there. There's two, I think a tamarack and a spruce down there. The rest of it held together nicely. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. I'll have to go clean those up. I didn't want to cut any spruce for the next few years at least. I've been working my way. I got a wet spot that I'm not going to cross until it's frozen solid. So I'm waiting on that, but I got plenty. This side of the wet spot, I got plenty to do. In the trail, there were little wet areas in the trail. Those have frozen down good, so. Oh yeah, hard as a rock. So I'm going to be able to get around nicely. There's a trail I did 2 days ago. And I left all the popple. I just cut all the fur from underneath the popple. Looks pretty good, I think. And then here's the other one I did the other day. 2 rotted trees. A lot of little pieces there, rotted trees. But yeah, that's the end of it. Now, today we start on this section and work our way in through there. Okay, time to get to work. Start this machine up. It's about 15 degrees out, so it's not too bad. It should start without any starter fluid or anything. We'll see. Lose my keys. One-handed. Brr, it's kind of chilly inside here. Oops. We're gonna preheat for as long as I can hold my finger and keep the keys to the left without my fingers freezing. Heating up the plugs. See if it'll turn. Okay, a little more heat. Well, she might need some starter fluid this morning. Coming to life, here we go. Take a little while to warm up. While that's trying to warm up, I'm gonna take a peek. Probably should have came a little bit earlier so I'd be warm by now, but I'm gonna take a peek at what's next and how we're gonna approach this. So this is a really nice major trail. Probably come right through here. Is that a rock? It's a big rock. I don't want to have to go through that. Okay. Must be a little tight to go through there. And this is a little wet here. Hard as a rock. Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful morning. The wind hasn't picked up. The sun has come out. It's nice. It's nice. I just cut for about 2 hours with the processor. I stopped right here. Just wanted to take a break. I do not want to cut more wood than I think I can haul out without breaking something. So if I get way too ahead of myself and I have all kinds of wood on the ground, then I break the tractor, the grapple, and I can't get it to the landing, and it gets snowed on and all that, and it's no good. It's a waste. So I usually cut for a couple hours and go out and start yarding wood. So yeah, so these are the piles I've made so far. This is just where I finished up. A pile there, a pile there, a couple here. I'm getting into a spot where there's still running water, so I'm not going to touch that until it freezes better. But we're right on the edge of it here. It's just a little ditch. We got right to the edge. This was an old, it's like a swale or something. I don't know if this was a skidder trail or what originally, but it's just a low spot. You can see a little bit of water there, slushy. But yeah, so the rest of it, when I get across there, I've got a few acres on that side of this opening, which runs down here. Got a few acres to cut yet, and there's some good wood in there. Where I'm at, it's good wood too. It's really, I mean, this is a nice little section, and it's all this balsam fir. Majority of it is. So it's starting to rot, and it's the perfect time to cut it because it's not growing anymore, and it's losing value all the time. We're opening things up and giving other trees a chance to become productive. Back to here where there's a few really bad rotten ones in there. I don't know if I'll be able to leave them in, or I'd have to sort them out. Oh, it's getting windy out here, closer to the open. Couple piles there. So yeah, this isn't going to be too bad as long as everything runs with the grapple. This is my trail from the other day. Froze down nicely. I do have a few logs there I gotta grab. Yeah. Go back out and start that tractor. Start moving wood out to the landing. So when you get this lined up right, you get your pile made right, I'm learning that it works really well. The grapple works a lot better when the logs are lined up straight and in the right amount. So yeah, check that out. We got 5 here. We usually get 5 to 7. Well, that works pretty slick when you get the pile made up nicely. Starting to get a little better at this, I guess. Get some more piles there to go. Those are rotted, I think. Nope. Nope. I think those are gonna pass. So as much as I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt, it's pretty clear this log grapple is just not designed to live up to hard use in the woods. I like the thing. I like the fact that it was less than $2 so I was able to get going and I could afford it, and I'm moving wood with it. I mean, all that, 100% of that, and then another load before that has been moved with this grapple. But I'm finding myself constantly repairing it. It's been back to the house 3 times to be welded, and I found another weak point here. I'm going to show you in just a minute. But first, we'll look at this. Of course, we have the hinge, the point, I guess you call this gimbal or whatever, the pivot point. That broke a while back. I welded that up and fixed it. And then we had issues with this. Was the original the pin and slot where you pick up the pin and swing side to side with the grapple. Well, this thing just could not hold up to the abuse. It got all reamed out, and then it bent. So anyway, I welded it back, and then it still did it again. So I welded these steel bars vertical to support it more, and also this pin can't get past these bars. So that's worked well. And then I was getting, when it was popping over the top of this, the whole thing was swinging and hitting the rear tires of the tractor. So I put this angle iron here, welded this on to hit there so it can't swing too far. So that's worked quite well. So we get that kind of all patched up. In the process, of course, because it was swinging wildly, my hoses got all messed up. Brand new hoses are all chafed and wearing out. But this is the next weak point we found. This bar is what causes the 2 arms of the grapple to close at the same rate, and the bar just kind of keeps, as the hydraulic cylinder opens up, the bar pushes these both closed at the same time. And if it's under any amount of pressure, this is just like steel tubing, it's just obvious that the steel is too thin and brittle or weak. So this has been bending on me, and I just backed up to a pile. I've been really easy on it, but it's still it just bent even more. And what happens when it bends like that is one side closes and the other side stays open, and it doesn't allow you to get a good grip on the whole pile of logs. So I'm gonna have to pop these. Also, this is sliding past the pin here. That probably has something to do with the bending. I see. Okay, there's a little sleeve there that's kind of slid out of a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna have to pop this thing off, get it straightened out, and then I'm gonna weld some steel, probably some angle iron or something, to this to make it more rugged and so it can hold up to abuse. So eventually we are gonna have a pretty sweet grapple that's gonna hopefully hold up, but it's gonna be a long ways getting there. And every time I have to stop and weld this, I lose precious hours of logging that I are very limited to begin with. So a little bit frustrating, but hey, that's the way it goes. So anyway, I'm gonna try to maybe bend that back into place just so I can try to get by today and take it home with me tonight and weld when I can find some time during the week, so I can have it back to work next weekend. So we'll see if we get through the rest of the day. If we don't, then we'll have to take it home and fix it. But onward, and gonna go grab some more logs out of the woods. Well, everything I cut this morning, finally got it yarded out and stacked at the landing. Nice good pile of wood adding up. And now, time to go back and cut some more wood. I don't know, probably another hour cutting, and then by the time I get done that, it'll probably be dark. By the time I get that hauled out, might be after dark, we'll see. But hopefully everything continues to run good. It's been good today.